Okay, to get started today, you're going to need a canvas. All your clay needs to be worked on top of the canvas. You'll get a clay ball and then one blue container of tools for your table. You're just going to want to roll that ball in your hands and kind of get it into a ball shape the best you can. It doesn't need to be perfect, but you do want to try to get any big lumps out into just a circle. Once you've done that, go ahead and stick your thumb in. You're kind of making like an eyeball. Stick it pretty far down. And then you're going to start pressing your thumb and your finger together and turning it to make a pinch pot. So my kindergartners are making pinch pots, so I know that you can do that too. You're just going to pinch the sides and then you're going to slam it down onto your table a couple times to flatten the bottom because cupcakes have a flat bottom. At this point, I'm just trying to get my clay into the shape of the bottom of the cupcake, like a cupcake liner. And so I'm just taking my thumb and pressing it to smooth out the sides, smooth in the inside, to get it as smooth as I can. Okay, we're going to be using some paring knives, which are not very sharp. Keep your hands away from the blade. It could still cut you. But we're just going to shave off the top. We want the surface to be flat and your top is probably all bumpy. And so I'm just kind of seesawing around it, keeping my hands away from the blade. If you can't handle the knife, then you're going to just have to use the tools in your blue box, which I promise you will not work as well. Keep all of the extra clay you tear off together. At the end of class, I'll collect all that extra clay to be reused. When your cupcake is all smoothed out and you're really happy with the shape, our next step is to add texture, what it feels like and looks like. So there's two options. The first is using these tools that kind of have a zigzag to it, and you're just kind of scraping across. This will result in smaller lines. You may have to go over it a couple times. Be very careful to have the zigzag in the same place. But it's going to result in smaller lines, very detailed look. Just use your thumb to brush off any extra clay that comes off. The second option are these tools that kind of have a rounded end. And this you're going to individually do those lines, so they're going to be a bit bigger and maybe a little bit more spaced apart. So it's going to give it a little bit of a different look. You'll need to remove the clay off your tool piece every now and then because you are subtracting, you're taking away clay from your cupcake to create indents, places that go down and places that go up. If you make a mistake, no big deal. Just use your finger to re-smooth out that side, and then you can go in and add the lines again. No big deal. When we are done for the day, you're going to get a plastic bag that has your name on it. You're going to put your cupcake inside, and you're going to kind of close out all the air. Air dries out our clay, and we want to make sure we can work on these next week. So make it really tight, and then you're just going to wrap it around. No need to tie. Just wrap it where there's no air. Make sure that you pound your clay around on your mat to get any extra clay that has come off, so that way I can reuse that and you'll bring that up to me.